up a load from South Carolina going to Fontana, California. So we picked up the load around noon. And I started driving. My co-driver started driving first. Then I started driving last night. Again, I'm a night driver, so I started driving around 10 o'clock in Alabama. So I drove through Alabama. I drove through Mississippi. The weather was fine. It was like between 62 and 66 degrees. Then when I got in Louisiana, the temperature started dropping a little bit, not too much. It wasn't that bad. It was still above 40, but it was a lot of fog. But I still was able to make it through Louisiana without any problems. So my goal was to make it to Texas Smokehouse. It's a pilot at 571A on I-20. Yeah, they have really cheap fuel. So if you're on the 20 in Texas and you need cheap fuel, go there. If you fuel that pilot or Flying J, go to that pilot because that fuel is really cheap right now. Compared to all the high prices that's going on right now. Their fuel was $2.35, and recently we've been paying like $2.85, $3 for fuel at other pilots and Flying J's. I am at the pilot in Texas at exit 571A on I-20. But anyway, so I made it to that pilot to fuel and to take my 30-minute break. The weather wasn't that bad, but it was getting colder as I got into Texas. So the weather dropped to about 32 degrees. And then after I did my 30-minute break, I left. I'm riding. I got back on I-20. I'm riding to finish my shift because I did 8 hours before I got there. So I was riding to finish my shift. I kid you not, I saw at least 10 accidents within those 3 hours. It wasn't raining. It wasn't snowing. The weather had just dropped to around 28. And if I'm not mistaken, 28 is like the freezing point. Like that's when it starts to freeze. The water starts to freeze at 28 degrees if I'm not mistaken. But if in newer model trucks, like in I don't know about any other trucks, I only drove a Freightliner. In a newer model Freightliner, like when I had a 2019 Freightliner, like when it got to 34 degrees, it would tell you to watch the temperature, like it's freezing at 34 degrees. But I was also told that at 28 degrees is when it actually starts to freeze. Long story short, I don't know if it was raining before I got to Texas, but when I got here, the roads were slick, so it looks perfectly fine. I'll show you. So the only issue is like the sun isn't out right now, so the weather looks fine. It doesn't look like anything is wrong with the roads, but the roads are really slick. Like I had to slow down to like the slowest I went was 15 miles per hour, but I was slowing down like 35, 45 miles per hour. And as other truckers were riding across the bridges, if you look, you know those signs that say bridge may be icy when wet or something like that. Like those bridges were icy, like complete ice. Like the other drivers would want to see me like, hey, like be careful, slow down. I'm skating up here like this, like it's wet, it's slippery. Bridge may ice in cold weather. That sign. So I saw two 18-wheelers jackknife across the highway. Like we're going westbound and they were going southbound in the westbound lane. Like two different trucks. I just saw a four-wheeler. I guess he slid off the highway. He had to roll over. His front windshield is broken. Like, the car is damaged all on the driver's side from the front to the back. Another car slid in between the median, like on the other side of the guardrail, and almost went down in that ditch. I guess he stopped. He turned his wheel or something, because I could see like the dirt turned all over. But the first accident that we look at this asshole. The first accident that we came into was a hot shot. He had an empty trailer, and he ended up jackknifing across the lanes, and we had to drive on the median. I think I got that part recorded. I'll insert that if I can. But it was like the shoulder was so soft and muddy, like it was a deep dip to even make it right there, because when he slid off the road, I guess he went down in that little spot before he tried to snatch his wheel back, and that's what made him flip over. I'm saying all this to say it's winter. It's still winter time. It is dangerous out here, and our goal should be, everybody goes this, our truck driver goal should be, our main goal should be to make it home. Every day we should be able to say, thank God I made it home, or I made it to my destination today. Like, money is not that important. A lot of guys want to see me saying, oh, I guess we're gonna be late for the load. I don't care how late that load is. My life is more important than that load. Your life is more important than that load. Don't worry about getting that load there on time and trying to speed to get to where you're going. It's like this oversized truck just passed by. It's a dump truck riding on his ass. Like, where you trying to go? Like, it's not that serious, because if your ass go to slide, you're gonna end up in the ditch. But slow down. Don't be intimidated by these super truckers or experienced drivers, because they like to say, oh yeah, these rookies don't know this and these rookies don't know that. And a lot of times the people that's getting in accidents are the experienced drivers, are the super truckers, because they feel like they can handle every road. Oh yeah, I drove this road 100 times. I got 1,000,000 miles under my belt. I know how fast to go or how slow to go, or I've been doing this for 40 years. Rookies, we not driving like that. We too scared to drive like that, first and foremost. Only time rookies really get in accidents is probably back end. We not really out here speeding and messing up and stuff like that. Like, that's not us. But don't get intimidated by these drivers. Don't let them influence you to speed up when they riding on your tail, or they flashing you, or acting like they about to run you off the road and stuff like that. Like, slow down. It's okay to slow down. If you can't make it to your destination when you supposed to make it there, as in your appointment for your load, call your dispatcher, call your fleet manager, or whoever you're supposed to be in contact with, and let them know, like, hey, this the weather condition, I might not be able to make it to my load on time. Reschedule it. If you feel it's too dangerous out here on these roads, pull over. Tell your dispatcher, hey, I don't feel safe. I'm gonna pull over to a safe haven until the weather gets better. When I worked at Covenant, I used to call my what these people call? My fleet manager or dispatcher all the time, like, hey, I don't feel safe. And one thing Covenant don't play about is safety. You call them and tell them, hey, these roads not safe, or I need to detour off this route, or I need to pull over to a safe haven. They're gonna say, go ahead and do that. They don't care about, oh yeah, this load need to get there. And I've always carried hazmat loads, or done what's the loads that gotta be there fast? Like, you know, when we do GameStop and all that, what they call? We always did like high value loads and stuff like that. So they give us a little bit of time to get these loads there. Like, they monitor us and tell us, like, hey, don't stop. You need to go at least 150 miles before your initial, 200 miles before your initial stop. You need to let us know every time you stop. You need to let us know why you stopping and things of that nature. I don't care. I'm carrying a high value load. If I need to stop in situations like this, I'm gonna stop. Like, my life is more important than this. It's no money. It's no whatever in that trailer worth your life at the end of the day. And I also want to say, in these weather conditions, if you do have to stop, make sure that you're prepared as far as you have essentials on your truck that you might need. Like, you might not be able to make it to a pilot or pilot flight, to a truck stop. You might not be able to make it to a rest area. Wherever you need to pull over at, make sure that you have like water, crackers, some type of snacks or food that can hold you over for a couple of days, like Vienna sausage, or some people call them Vienna sausages, but Vienna sausage, tuna packs, if you eat sardines like chips, anything that's like a can that you can put in the microwave to warm up, or stuff like that. Those things are valuable, because my first time getting stuck in a snowstorm, I was in Northern California. Our bunk heater didn't work. We didn't have an inverter. We didn't have any food. It felt like I was about to die. So I'm just trying to tell you ahead of time, before you get caught in that situation, make sure you have like snacks and stuff, anything that you feel that is essential on the truck with you. Make sure you have a blanket, a sweater, make sure you have some warm socks, and make sure that your truck is being serviced. Make sure that your tires are your PSI. Your tire pressure is not low. That's what it's called. Make sure your tire pressure is not low on your steer tires, your drive tires, and your trailer tires. Because a lot of times that's what causes your tires to blow out, or if your tires are low, it'll cause you to lose control of the vehicle. So make sure you check your tire pressure. What else you need to check on your truck? Make sure that you have, make sure you top off your tanks. Make sure you have DEF or DEF fluid. Make sure that you put antifreeze or whatever, the freeze guard, into your fuel tanks so it doesn't gel up. But that's what I can think of off the top of my head. So the point of this video is you don't have to get prepared if you stay prepared. Your life is more important than this load. Value your life like these carriers value their loads. Slow down if you have to. Stop if you have to. Thank you for watching this video. I'll catch you in the next